Well, it's official. The highest selling Russell Westbrook basketball card in the history of the hobby. Tops our Fanatics weekly auction number 172. You guys stay tuned till the end of the video. Go ahead and hit the like button now because you're going to like this. And it's going to pose a lot of questions about the sanity of whoever won this card. And again, I hope that doesn't cost me to lose a friend. But man, this is an eye-popping, staggering amount of money paid for a Russell Westbrook card that was, it's a great card, but you guys just got to see it to believe it. Another episode of the Fanatics weekly auction breakdown. You get these videos every single Monday morning. Enjoy this video. I hope it gets your week off to a great start. Again, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet. Enjoy the video. If you've got a bunch of unwanted inventory that you've been sitting on for days, weeks, months, years, ship it to Fanatics Marketplace and let them do all the work. Just make sure when you ship it, you use the promotional code Cajun, all capital letters, C-A-J-U-N. Hey guys, Bryan with Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana, free of any energy drinks. I'm on day 20 of killing the energy drinks, and I feel really, really good. And adrenaline is going to get me through this episode, along with some really wild sales. We're going to ring the hell out of that cowbell. We thought we were starting to see a dip, a little pullback in the market, coming back. Not as much Jordan stuff, but like today we do have some Jordan records, so stay tuned till the end. Hit the like button now if you don't mind. If you watch the video pretty consistently every Monday when I do these Fanatics weekly auction recaps, please do me a favor, hit the like button. It helps me with YouTube for whatever reason. We're going to see a Jordan record, but we're going to see records from probably 6 or 7 different players, which leads me to believe when you have a cross section that large and a sample size that large, that diverse, it just means the basketball cards are still doing great. We've got our eye on the prize. We're not going to fall for the banana in the tailpipe like we did in 2021, except maybe the card that's at the top of this week's auction. Tell me what doesn't fit in. Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Russell Westbrook. Yes, I think we can all conclude, despite being a great player and very entertaining, Russell Westbrook probably does not belong in that quartet or that Rushmore. Stay tuned till the end of the video. He outdueled those 3 aforementioned all-time historic greats and probably 3 of the most collectible players in the history of the basketball card hobby. We got some vintage. We got a Bill Bradley sale. We got a Westbrook sale. We got some huge Jordan stuff. We got tons of rubies, star rubies that did phenomenal. We've even got a tier 1 Michael Jordan hierarchy card that broke an all-time record as well. All right, let's not waste any more time. I've teased you long enough. Let's start with a 99 Flair Showcase Legacy Collection. Damn, I didn't realize the Legacy Collections were serial numbered to 20 in 1999. Holy moly, I had no idea. A PSA 9 Tim Duncan goes for only $4,560. Like I said, man, if you wanted to be a 1990s high-end tier 1 hierarchy type collector of an all-time great, arguably the greatest power forward that has ever laced them up, Tim Duncan is a great place. Again, I'm not giving investment advice, but he seems like a very safe place to put your money in comparison to some of the other guys of his ilk, such as a Barkley, such as a Vince Carter, a Tracy McGrady, and some of these other guys from the 90s that Tim Duncan seems to be grouped in there with. 84-star Court Kings, 5x7. This is the monster Jordan. He's got rope chains. He's got the Jordan 1s. How much better does it get than this card? This BGS 7.5 Court Kings does $4,680. A LeBron James 2020 Crown Royale Kaboom does PSA 10 does $4,680. Guys, not too long ago, a few weeks ago, if you want to go search it on the channel, I did a breakdown of the history of the Kaboom case insert. It was actually pretty interesting. It was very educational for me. I did it because I didn't know enough about it. I wanted to know more about some of these ultra-modern case hits, and this goes all the way back to modern. I think the first one was maybe 2012, 2013, something like that for the Kabooms, but this LeBron 2020 does $4,680. Go catch that video if you want to learn more about Kabooms. 2021, and this brings a tear to my eye because I bet a few bucks. And again, guys, when I gamble on FanDuel, it's literally I put 20 bucks on the Rockets to win the series just because of the
tremendous disdain, the vitriol that I have for the person who is Draymond Green. I cannot deal with this clown any longer. And I can't believe at the end of that game that somebody on the Rockets, Dylan Brooks, I'm talking to you, did not cheap shot Draymond Green right in his freaking face. You had every opportunity to take the hardest foul the NBA has ever seen. I don't want to go Kermit Washington level, right? I don't want to endanger his life, but somebody had a chance to do something to Draymond when that game was clearly out, and he's mocking, he's teasing, he's acting like he's the straw that stirs the drink. And last night he shut this guy down, Alperen Sengun, but it was because the refs swallowed the freaking whistle. I watched him molest Alperen Sengun the entire night. We're still waiting to find out the gender of the baby that Alperen Sengun's going to have from what Draymond Green did to him last night. This PSA 9 gold prism, PSA 8 gold prism, it's 1 out of 10, which matters to people, does 5160. I heard a great comment today on the Hoop Collective from Bryan Windhorst where he concluded after last night's performance, maybe Alperen Sengun is not the next Jokic, maybe he's the next Sabonis, and I think that is probably apropos and that's probably more appropriate. A really good young player. I mean, Alperen Sengun's a really good young player, but we saw last night he's a little soft and a little light in the britches when it comes to playoff style basketball, where I don't know why they do this, but the NBA is like, go ahead, do whatever you want to people, put 2 hands on them, put 2 hands and a knee in their butt cheeks, do whatever you want when they catch the ball in the post. And that's what Draymond Green did. Every time he tried to drive, Draymond Green literally shoved him with 2 hands. I know I sound like a Rockets homer. I really don't care that much. It was $20. I just wanted to see Draymond lose. But Sengun is still a very promising young prospect. But guess what? Bye-bye, Jalen Green. You are gone. There is no chance that team is keeping you around. You're a cancer, you're a poison, and you're the primary reason they lost the series. If you'd have given every single one of Jalen Green's minutes to Tari Eason or Cam Whitmore, they'd have won the series. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to it. Fight me if you don't like it. Let me know, Rockets fans. What do you think? 98 Bowman's Best, Shaquille O'Neal, Atomic Refractor. Finally, we get to use Card Ladder, my affiliate partner, Card Ladder. This Bowman's Best Atomic Refractor is serial number to 100. It's only a pop 4. It sold for $51.60 last night. There's the card. It's got that gold cracked ice in the background, which really a lot of people like. And guess what? Bang, bang, bang. 5160 nearly doubles the all-time record set way back in 2021. Again, this is a Pop 4 card. There are 11 PSA 9s, but a card that's only been graded 19 times despite the fact that there was 100 printed. And then we're going to look up a Michael Jordan, I believe tier 2, maybe tier 3 hierarchy card. I should know this, but I'm old. I'm 50 years old. I forget. I did the project. I created the hierarchy, but I don't remember 2 and 3. It's a big card, and it's got tough pack odds, and there's not very many gems out there. This is the 96 Michael Jordan Z-Force Slam Cam right here. We're going to look that up, of course. Pop 58 according to Card Ladder. This is your sales over the last 2 years. It's not a bell ringer, and let me show you why, because this card has sold on occasion for as high as $7,500. But if we look at it over the last 24 months, this is the highest sale. And this card's up, don't look now, it's not a PSA 10, but it's up 72% over the last 24 months. That's real movement with a pretty significant sample size, 16 cards. So this card's doing really, really well, and it's a great looking Jordan card as well. Tongue out, going up for the one-handed dunk like he did so many times. If it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, if it's shiny and it's a rookie, PSA 10, we got to look it up. It's got an NBA gold sticker. Say what you want about the NBA gold stickers. They do matter. It's a PSA 6. This is probably distinguishing it from the other 5. This neon orange Pulsar, serial number to 13, PSA 10, sells for $5,400. There's the card right there. It is not an all-time record. Guess what? The same card sold right almost, no, not a year ago. Maybe, 8 months ago? For $5,460 on alt. And this is weird. The same exact card, same exact cert number sold on alt for $5,460 about 8 months ago. And so I'm assuming that consignor, that seller is thinking, well, I'm going to flip this and make 50% on my money. This thing's going to, sell for 7, 7.5, 8, maybe something like that. Comes in lower. I mean, you got to really look hard to find Shai Gilgeous-Alexander cards that are down over the last 8 months. And so this one really bucks the trend. It sold last night for, and again, we're not, this ain't the end of the world, but it sold for the same price it sold for in August, which makes me think because his cards are killing, because they're in the second round, because they're going to be so fun to watch and they've got a chance to get to the NBA Finals, all of his cards are up, but this one's not, and it's not the end of the world. It's just $60 shy of what appeared to be maybe an overpayment back in August for that neon orange Pulsar. Steph Curry Bowman 4810 does 5,400. Anthony Edwards Color Blast Rookie Year from Spectra Authentic does 5,400. Those grade well. Might be worth grading that raw one. Maybe that's what the buyer was thinking. And then this reeks of nostalgia. I'll never forget. My buddy and I was in law school. We're watching Vince Carter play for University of North Carolina, and watching him thinking this is what must have been what Jordan looked like, right? They talked about Stackhouse being the next one. They talked about a couple of other guys that were the next Jordan, right? Harold Miner, hilariously, right? Despite the fact that, he could jump really high, but he's a little guy. It didn't make any sense, but Stack was the next Jordan, and then Vince Carter was the next. And Vince Carter at North Carolina, first of all, his team was freaking loaded. And Antoine Jameson was there, and he got most of the attention, believe it or not. But this reeks of nostalgia because 1998, I was opening basketball card packs, and this is the dude I was chasing. This is his refractor rookie card. 5,400 last night. That's a pop. Only 38, guys. That's only 38 out of 900 graded. So less than 1,000 graded. The gem rate is 7.8%. Not a lot of these out there. Doing pretty well over the last 2 years. Steady Eddie, nothing too crazy. It always going to depend on the centering and then the yellowing if there's any, right? LeBron James NBA Finals booklet, 25 out of 25, does 55.20 in an authentic. And then we'll look at this one because it's a Cooper Flagg high school card. Now we know he's going. Now we know he's going to go number 1 overall. Ace Bailey, no, you're not going number 1. Cooper Flagg's going. He's marketable. He checks every single box in the universe. He's going to be a stud. He's a can't miss. He may not be, the best player in the NBA in 5 years, but he is a can't miss. His floor is very high. Let's put it that way. No doubt about that. I've watched enough to know that. 54 bids lets you know how much people care about Cooper Flagg, especially Cooper Flagg one-of-ones. And I think these are going to be the first one-of-ones he ever had is all these superfractors from this McDonald's product. But this is a horizontal insert called Drive-Through, and it's a superfractor one-of-one. It does 55.20. How about a Michael Jordan 89 Hoops autograph CGC 9? It does 56.40. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander Zebra Prism does not set an all-time record. It does 5,640, that Zebra. That's what it does. Next, we've got a Kobe Bryant Immaculate Collection Gold, serial number to 25, patch autograph. This card does 5,640. Anthony Edwards, 2020, Panini 1-and-1. Gold Anthony Edwards, dual patch, autograph, 2 colors on both patches. Jersey number 1 out of 10, BGS 9.5, pop 1, none higher. How many good things can you say about one card? How about just starting with the fact that Anthony Edwards is on it and he's about as hot as a firecracker, although the Timberwolves may find it a little more difficult in round 2 than they did in round 1. We'll see. We'll see how it shakes out, but 52 bids on this bad boy right here, $5,880 for that Anthony Edwards. That doesn't sound like a lot of money to me. And I know 1-and-1 is not immaculate. It's not flawless. It's not national treasures, but that's a really good looking card. Pretty tough to grade these 1-and-1s from what I understand. You guys can chip in the comments for those of you that are more familiar with the product and let me know. But it is a pop 1, none higher. 5880. It doesn't sound like very much money. Next to it, we got a finest refractor LeBron BGS 9 from 2003 finest. Stay tuned. We're going to look at a 2002 finest in the future, sort of that LeBron pre-rookie card where he's in that Colonel Sanders Kentucky Fried Chicken white suit. 2018 Prism Shai Gilgeous-Alexander blue. This is the true blue color match rookie card. Yes, there's no rookie shield, but yes, Prism screwed that up. Where's the rookie shield? Where's the rookie shield, Panini? I don't know. They forgot it, right? $6,000 for this blue Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. You know we're going to look that up, right? We always do. Pop 44. Shout out to Derek Coleman, I think, right? Derek Coleman, 44? I think so. Maybe I'm wrong. But this one actually comes down. Like I talked about this on videos over the last 2-3 weeks that we're going to see. I think we're going to see these Shai Gilgeous-Alexander cards with, I'm not saying 44 is a high pop. I'm not, but this is not a pop 4. This is a pop 44. We're going to see these cards sort of slow. I don't want to say they're going to go down, but they're going to plateau, or maybe there's going to be some uncertainty as people try to figure out how much of the MVP, how much of the first team All-NBA, how much of the getting to the Western Conference and NBA Finals and maybe winning a championship is already built in, right? We're starting to see a slowing of the trend of growth on the Shai Gilgeous-Alexander cards. That being said, this is a card that is up 122% over the last 6 months, so it's doing quite well. But if we look at it over the last 1 month, what do we see? This is a card that's down 20%. So let's keep an eye on it. Let's not panic. If he gets 46 in game 1, right, in the second round, we may see one of these go off the board and be right back in the green, right back in the positive. But that's sort of his go-to color match right there in PSA 10. Chet Holmgren, his sidekick, right? Serial number to 99. This is authentic, but a 10 for the autograph with the inscription number 7, $6,000 for that. Contemporary collection, a LeBron James base card that a lot of people aren't familiar with, to be quite honest with you. They know the finest, they know the tops, they know the Topps Chrome, they know the Topps first edition or whatever. They even know the Fleer Matrix and some of these other cards, right? But Bowman Rookies and Stars, Bowman Chrome, all that stuff. Contemporary collection sort of takes a backseat to all those, but I'm not sure it should. That's a really clean looking, nice, simple, elegant card. 40 bids. Shout out to Harrison Barnes. 6,300 for that LeBron James Contemporary collection. And then we've got to look this up. And I'm going to go to my grave claiming that these BAMS cards, okay, there's a Slam BAMS Big Brother, okay, a bigger card. There's a bigger insert parallel called the Slam BAMS from 1998 Hoops. This is the BAMS. This is serial number to 250, and it's a PSA 9, making it a Pop 2, none higher. So this is the best BAMS Shaquille O'Neal card you can possibly put into your collection, and guys, take it to the grave. I said it twice now in one card description here. Shaquille O'Neal is a evidence that big men can be collectible. They just have to be different. They just have to be unique, and they just have to be historic. He is, he was, he will always forever be. This BAMS is serial number to 250, but check this out. 250, so that means what? 120 have been graded, maybe 140, something like that, right? Not all of them, maybe half of them. Well, guess what? There's 19 graded. 1/20th, less than 1/20th, 1/25th, whatever, something like that. Not 1/25th, but 1/20, let's say 1/21st, have been graded. 0% gem rate. How are 19 graded and there's 250 out there? I'm just not buying it. I don't think there's 250 that were printed. I think there was a mistake made in the Hoops product when they were shipped out for whatever reason. I think somebody's sitting on 200 of them at their house. God, what a nice, interesting stash and treasure trove that would be. 6,300, by the way. Sorry, I buried the lead there. Is the all-time record paid for any Hoops BAMS Shaquille O'Neal card, regardless of the grade. But of course, we know PSA 9 is highest in class. Moving along, Green Shimmer Deca, first off the line, Wembanyama. Not a lot of Wembanyama. Pre-blood clot, we were seeing people cashing out on Wembanyama. Not so much in our top 48. In fact, I think this is the only one we're going to see, so I wanted to look this Jolly Rancher up and share the news with you. It's a serial number to 12. Shout out to Dwight Howard. Pop 5. It sells for $6,900. By the way, the energy's good today. Without the energy drink, I feel like the energy's good. Let me know in the comments if I'm doing okay. There it is. It's a cool looking card. Anybody notice the refractor line that's just screaming in your face like a woke liberal, when asked about MAGA? Look at that refractor line up here going through his little afro. That is, you can't miss that. Like, that's really obnoxious, like the aforementioned. 6,900. The sale before this, 7,800. Before that, 7,576. Before that, 10,000. Before that, 7,400. So this is a card trending downward, it would appear, and last night was no exception. Again, we're heading into the offseason. He's out of sight, out of mind. We're looking at Jokic. We're looking at Shai. We're looking at Anthony Edwards. We're looking at Trae Young. Just kidding. But he's not, on top of mind right now. And so his cards are going to dip a little bit, sell when demand is high, and demand is just not right high right now. It might be a buying time. I'm not saying this Jolly Rancher is what I'm going to be buying, but it might be a time to start paying attention to Victor Wembanyama because, as I've said for an entire year, and I'm not unique in this perspective, but there's going to be a buying window this summer for Victor Wembanyama cards that, the people who jumped in too early for whatever reason, that naivete, I don't know why, but they just didn't know was going to be coming. But it's going to be coming. This one does have a refractor line, so maybe that has something to do with why it dipped. I don't know. I don't want to overreact. It's one card. It's a Jolly Rancher. Who the hell knows? Pop 5. Purple Pulsar BGS 10 Shade does 7,200. Kobe Bryant 2012 Prism Silver autograph, pop 2 in a BGS 9, none higher. With a 10 autograph, does 7,500. Jordan 86 Fleer, number 57 rookie card, PSA 8, does 7,500. Judge the centering yourself. Left to right looks great. Top to bottom doesn't. But the corners and edges, top right looks a little wonky. Guess how many bids? Oh, it was meant to be. God's plan. 23 bids on that $7,500 PSA 8 Michael Jordan. How about a BGS 9 Jordan game jersey? Not an autograph, just a game jersey, GJ20. I did look this up. Yeah, there it is right there. This card sold last night for $8,400. That is up from $7,601, but it's not an all-time record. It sold for $10,400 as recently as this January in a BGS 9. So not an all-time record, but a good sale nonetheless. And then I'm going to pull this card up. I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about Fleer Hot Prospects. I don't know anything about this card. I just think it's a really good-looking card. It's a LeBron James 10-10 autograph, pop 2, serial number, jersey 6 out of 23. Again, is it a jersey number if he's wearing his 23 jersey and not his 6 jersey? You guys can chime in the comments and let me know what you think about, Fanatics, Golden, Alt, individual sellers on Instagram saying, Kobe Bryant, he's wearing a 24 jersey, but it's number 8 out of 50, and they're like, jersey number 8. And I'm like, I don't know, man. Let me know what you think about that. Does it have to match the jersey on the actual card itself? I don't know. Maybe it should be jersey number with an asterisk. I don't know. 57 bids. I just think it's a really good-looking card. $8,400 for that card right there. That might be an all-time record, but I doubt it because it's LeBron, and none of his cards are doing all-time records. In our only vintage candidate for the day, it's a Fanatics Eye Appeal, top 30%, Bill Bradley. Yes, people that look like this guy used to play basketball. That is not Bill Laimbeer. That is Bill Bradley, and there was some deal with the licensing. I forgot what it was, but the front of his jersey just says Bradley. And so you're thinking, is he wearing his jersey backwards? What's going on? Well, there was something about branding where they couldn't put their team names on there in 69, but this is a tall boy. It's a PSA 9. It sold for $8,400, and I've got it pulled up right there. There's Bill, and there's William Bradley, who is I want to guess here. I don't know if he's a senator or a congressman. I feel like I should know that. He was a good basketball player. We know that much. His PSA 9 is way down here, $8,400, and so despite what a lot of people think, vintage is not always going to be a steady up and to the right. So let's see, 8,400. The last sale was 10,800 on Heritage, and it didn't have a Fanatics Eye Appeal sticker, obviously, because it's sold on Heritage, and the one before that was 10,000 as well. So this one's a little bit low. Might be a good pickup for somebody. I don't know if they're a set collector or they just love the old white fossils that used to roam the paint in the NBA in the 60s and early 70s, right? But there's no PSA 10s. That's a 0%. Out of 1798, PSA has never given a 10. That's a pretty low gem rate. 0, even in South Louisiana. I can do that math. 0 out of a lot. Charles Barkley, like I said, I promised you some rubies, and here I'm delivering. 1997 Skybox Premium Star Rubies Barkley. It's a PSA 5. Serial number to 50. It's a pop 1, and it sells for $8,700 last night. We're going to look up this card in any grade, and this is an all-time record, and it's a PSA 5 for God's sakes. And let's check out PSA. There's the 5, there's 2 authentics, there's a 6, and there's 2 7s for PSA. But this is the highest price ever paid for the Barkley 97 Rubies card number 28. Blue Ice, the rich man's color match for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. We've seen record. Are we going to see an end to that streak today like we saw with, a couple of the other Shai Gilgeous-Alexander cards that we've looked at? Are we seeing a softening of that up and to the right curve? Let's see. It's pop 35. Shout out to Kevin Durant. And here we go again. This is another card who, for the second time in the last couple of months, is sort of taken a little step backwards. So 97.97, all-time high, drops back to 8,700, which would be the third highest sale of all time. So about a $1,000 drop. That's nothing to sneeze at. Again, the card's still up 72% over the last year, but if we look at it over the last month, it's down 11% from the last sale. So again, judge accordingly, plan accordingly. Maybe there's still room to grow. I don't know. That's probably a great video that we could do. All right, let's do it. Tier 1 Michael Jordan card. It's the only one we've seen. 1997 Flair Showcase Legacy Collection Row 2. These were serial number to 100. This is a PSA 8, and boy, is it a beautiful card indeed. 60 bids. That should give you some idea of how much people care about legacy collections regardless of the grade. $9,000 for that Michael Jordan card. There it is right there. And guess what, people? That's an all-time record by $4.05. It broke the prior all-time record that was set way back in 2022. So we continue to see Michael Jordan cards eclipse all-time records. How about a triple auto Kobe, Durant, and I think that's Chris Paul. Yeah, Kobe Durant and Chris Paul, serial number to 20 in the original Panini little two-piece deal with the sticker on it, with the seal on it, 9,900. And then we saw this recently. We saw, I think it was last week, we saw BGS 10 Dunk and Go Nuts break the all-time record, and it was piss yellow. It was urine yellow. It was Tinkle City yellow. It was, Drain the Lizard yellow. It was gross. It was disgusting, and it still broke an all-time record. And I asked myself, is this just somebody that doesn't know about this particular card and how it has a tendency to the yellow? Well, this one looks much better. I don't see any hint of yellowing. I still would have liked a white sheet of paper behind it, but this one's it looks clear. But again, it's real hard to tell from pictures. I would never buy one of these cards without holding the card in my hand. I just would not. That's just me. 38 bids. $9,900 for that Michael Jordan Dunk and Go Nuts. And guess what, guys? That's an all-time record. There's your all-time chart. This card sold 120 times in BGS 9.5, and this one last night, it's up 12,000%, by the way. Seems like that would be a good investment. Over the last year, check it out. This is undeniably an up and to the right steady growth of what? 2x? Up 101%. That's 2x over the last 24 months for a BGS 9.5 Michael Jordan Dunk and Go Nuts. So great results there. Did I ring the bell? I can't remember. I'm ringing it now. 810 Michael Jordan 2003 SB Signature 10,200. All right, one last try. We're going to look at Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's Orange Prism PSA 10. This is serial number to 49. It's a Pop 9, 10,500. There it is right there. That is an all-time high. So one of these is, this is significantly more rare than the blue, and even than the blue ice, significantly more rare. 4 times as rare as the blue ice. Twice as rare as the blue ice. 4 times as rare as the true blue. And orange is not a color match by any stretch, but it's a Pop 9, and that means something when you're trying to be best in class. Up 275% all time. This card sold last night for 5 figures, $10,500 and an all-time record. Ruby Auto Flawless Rookie Doncic, 1 of 1, does 11,100. I think we're going to know who Luka Doncic is as a basketball player and where his place in history is going to be. Correct me if I'm wrong, and tell me if you disagree. That's fine. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. We're going to find out who he is. How much does he care about his legacy when we see what his body looks like the first day of training camp when the cameras are on him for the Lakers. What is that going to be next September? We're going to see what his body looks like. Guys, do yourself a favor. Go watch rookie year Luka Doncic highlights, and then go watch highlights from this year. As a gigantic land barge, as a big, chunky, fat-ass 270-pounder, he still put up all NBA numbers. He wasn't healthy, and maybe his weight contributed to it, maybe it didn't. It certainly contributed to his trade from Dallas. He still put up otherworldly numbers, but I want to see prime Luka Doncic. I want to see top physical condition Luka Doncic. I don't necessarily care that much for LeBron James anymore. He's played his way out of my good graces, to say the least. But if there's one thing that LeBron James could do for the Lakers franchise right now, it's kidnap Luka Doncic. Don't allow him to drink beer or eat hot wings or meatloaf or country fried steak or whatever the hell Luka Doncic is doing at Cracker Barrel, those little stores off the interstate in the rocking chairs. He goes in, he eats a chicken fried steak with white gravy, 43 biscuits, drinks a couple lemonades, and then falls asleep outside on those rocking chairs next to the checkers boards. That's what he does at Cracker Barrel. I don't care what anybody says. I know he does. LeBron's got to curb that. LeBron's got to take over, literally kidnap this kid. Bronny, you know, yes, you're my son, but you can have the summer off, go, you know, make a rap video or make music or, you know, do TikTok or play Fortnite. I need this Eastern European surrogate son for a summer so I can turn him into a freak of nature. It's LeBron's best bet to get another one, you know, and again, it's going to be Doncic's ring, not LeBron's, you know, shout out to KD on that situation. But LeBron, the best thing he could do for his career is turn Luka Doncic into a Caucasian specimen, a bodybuilder, and come try to go at the entire league and just go scorched earth on the league and everybody who called him fat, including me. I would love to eat my words because I love the way Luka Doncic plays. I'd love to see him in tip-top condition. Raise the Roof Kobe Bryant BGS 7.5 does $11,400. Here it is right there. That's what a PSA 10 sold for. So what did we just say? This card in a BGS 7.5 sold for $11,000. How about a PSA 10 selling for $96,000? I just wanted to show you that to show you how much grade matters. And so to get from the PSA 10 all the way down here to the BGS 7.5, you got to go way the hell down there. But let's see if the BGS 7.5 itself was a good sale. I don't think it was an all-time record. No, it was half of an all-time record that was set back in 2021. So everybody needs to pump the brakes on the Kobe Bryant situation, man. Let's just be careful, right? I know some cards are breaking records. This card sold for half of what it did in 2021. I would just tread very carefully in the Kobe Bryant market right now because some cards are running hot as a firecracker up 2x and some cards are half of what they were in 2021. It doesn't make any sense. But I want to show this card because I think this is a beautiful card. And this is a card that I think a lot of Lakers fans, a lot of Kobe collectors would love to have in their collection. It's the Kobe Pau Gasol tag team NBA logos. It's serial number 5. It's not a 1 of 1, but it is a pop 1 in a BGS 9.5. This is a min gem. No autographs, but what a great looking card. 55 bids. Shout out to the great Mount Mutombo. 11,700 for that Kobe and Pau Gasol card. Of course, they became to be very, very close friends as Kobe almost took him under his wing like a little brother once he came over from the Memphis Grizzlies to the Los Angeles Lakers and helped Kobe win some titles. 2009 Top Steph Curry PSA 10. I haven't looked at this card in forever. I'm going to look it up. Let's check it out. There it is right there. Pop 372. Guys, don't look now, but somebody went nuts last night and had some keyboard confidence. The card last sold for $6,800, sold last night for $12,600. Either they watched him put the dagger in Jalen Green's ass last night, or they just don't know what they're doing, or maybe it's not going to get paid. I don't know. $6,800 to $12,600. I don't think cards double overnight. Although the last sale was in April. I mean, here we are in May. It's less than a month ago. There's just no way. I'm just not buying it. You guys let me know what you think. We'll find out if it paid or didn't pay, but keep your eyes on that. I wouldn't overreact and go pay $12,600 for the next one. Let's just put it that way. You guys can let me know what you think in the comments. I'm always welcome your input. That's what the comment section's for, is let me know what you think about some of these cards. I can't know everything about all these cards. You guys have to help me out. I'm just a conduit of information. I'm just passing this along. But this is LeBron James 1010 2003 Authentic Signatures does 12.6. A Kevin Durant True RPA BGS 8 does 13.2. And then let's do it again. Let's look up another Rubies card. We saw the Duncan 99. We saw the Barkley PSA 5. Now we're seeing the Vince Carter 1998 Star Rubies, serial number to only 25. And by the way, this is a BGS 8.5, and it is a Vince Carter rookie card. So this is his rookie card as well, and what an amazing card. We should just really show it. I love that hyper pattern in the background. Hopefully those scuff marks are on the slab itself. 65 bids should give you an idea of how much people were chasing this thing right there. 15,600 for this BGS 8.5, and let's check it out. There it is right there. That is by far, not even close, the highest price ever paid for a 98 Star Rubies Vince Carter BGS 8.5, destroying the old high on Golden way back in 2022. And it is not the same exact card, but this BGS 8.5 does 15.6. That's a huge number for Vince Carter collectors right there. So good or bad, depending on whether you're getting in or getting out. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander Optic Choice autograph, black gold with a horrible autograph. That's the reason they didn't grade the autograph. It's just really weak. 32 Bids, shout out to the great Irvin Johnson, otherwise known as Magic Johnson, from the great Michigan State University, Spartans. Serial number to 8, PSA 10, Pop 3 to 16.8. LeBron James 2002 Finest Refractor. There he is, Colonel Sanders suit and everything. That is a Pop 22. And don't look now, but we got a LeBron James card that's doing things. This card is up 68.48%, culminating in an $18,600 sale last night. Close your eyes. If you're under 18, you have to turn away. This is not maybe not even R-rated. This is going to be X-rated. Turn away. I'm not kidding. If you're under 18, turn away. There you go. $85,000 somebody jumped into this card for back in 2021. I think they may be waiting a little while to get their money back. That is the biggest, fattest, chunkiest middle finger graph I have ever seen. Luka Doncic 2018 Flawless Ruby BGS 910 for the autograph does $24,000. And guys, we're on the top row. Did I tell you that Kobe, Jordan, and LeBron did battle with Russell Crazy Brains Westbrook? And the dual patch autograph, Jordan, Kobe, serial number to 10, Pop 2, none higher, did $25,800. What a great looking card. Let's show it because that's beautiful. It is Wizards Jordan, but it's got Lakers Kobe next to him. 62 bids, highly sought after, highly bid on, $25,800. Next to it, we got a LeBron James 2007 Exquisite Collection, 3-color patch. Autograph BGS 9.5 is the autograph a 10. Yes, it's a 10, and it's also big and bold and blue. It looks good to me. I don't know anything. Maybe this bottom part's a little weak there. Is that a fading thing, or is that just okay? I don't know. Some autograph expert can chime in and tell us what we're supposed to be looking at here. It's a min gem, but these were serial number to 23. 74 bids for this LeBron James card. It's a BGS Pop 2, none higher. I've got it pulled up right here, guys. That's an all-time record for a LeBron James basketball card. That is hard to believe, considering we just looked at a 2002 Finest Refractor that's worth like, what, 1/4 of what cards were worth in 2021. But this one is next level stuff, guys, and it outsold the record that was set on Fanatics. This is the exact same card, exact same patch, exact same card. Sold 2 years ago, almost to the day. Literally almost to the day. The card sold for $24,600 and it sold last night for $28,800. So even after Fanatics auction fees are extracted, if you want to know more about the Fanatics marketplace and how you can sell your cards on Fanatics, go to the how-to. And if you want to know what your net will be, and it depends on the value of the card, like most auction houses, the more the card's value, the higher it sells for, the more you net, right? It's a great option, especially if you're selling Jordan, Shaq, Kobe, Curry. I mean, how many times am I ringing the bell here, man? I'm ringing the bell nonstop on these cards. I'm even about to ring the bell for Russell Westbrook. If you do want to sell your cards, let me get you on big screen. This is a call to action, I think is what they call this, right? I'm starting to become more professional and business-like. If you're looking to sell cards on the Fanatics weekly auction, on the big grand stage, the Fanatics premier auction for your 10,000 and up cards, or even on the Fanatics Buy It Now marketplace, people forget Fanatics, you can store your cards in your vault. If you're like, you know what, I'm ready to move off of this, Greg Ostertag gold rookie card. I'm going to just put it in the Fanatics Buy It Now. I think it might get lost in auction. I'm going to put it in the Fanatics Buy It Now marketplace and list it for $500 or best offer. You can do that just like you can on eBay. And you just click a button, you move straight from your vault over there. Free storage for life on cards worth more than $50. Fanatics is a great option. Use the promo code Cajun, all capital letters, CAJUN. It is my primary method of compensation for doing the content that I do, right? The promo code Cajun is primarily how I go home and tell my Cajun queen, hey, I've got to leave at 5 a.m. this morning because I've got to do my Monday Fanatics Weekly auction recap. The promo code is why she allows me to do that. And she's like, fine, I'll buy some new jorts, right? And that's what we call jean shorts down here. I'll buy some new jorts down here. Just joking. She doesn't wear jorts, or does she? I don't know. Number one, I warned you about it. This is a sign of things to come. He dunked, hung on the rim, swung around, and then cussed out everybody in the crowd and told those folks to, from LA Clipperland, get the F out of here at the top of his lungs. Russell Westbrook. It is a huge card. It is Russell Westbrook. He is a first ballot Hall of Famer. He is underrated historically, in my personal opinion. Say what you want about him. The dude plays like a freaking Tasmanian devil. He's a crazed dog. I like watching the guy play. Sometimes I laugh, like he'll shoot a ball off the left corner of the backboard and it'll go out of bounds. Sometimes he'll throw the ball into the ninth row of the crowd. But sometimes he'll go 3,000 miles an hour and dive as 16 feet on the floor to get a loose ball. He plays hard on offense. He's starting to sort of play a little bit harder on defense. This is his logo man from 2014 National Treasures. It's a colossal logo man, so it's a big logo man. Colossal means big. Serial number to 3, that's TWSS. 48,000, 37 bids, 48,000. Hold the hell up. That is like, you can't get an SUV for that anymore, but you could in 2019. But that's like a freaking Pathfinder. That's a brand new Pathfinder, loaded, man. Or 2, Kia Optimus, for God's sakes. You can drive 2 cars for this one Russell Westbrook card. 48,000 seemed like a lot to me, so I decided to do something on Card Ladder that I always do, and it's always very fun. I just searched Russell Westbrook. I didn't search a logo man or PMG or autograph or 1 of 1 or black prism or any of that crap. I just typed in Russell Westbrook to see what's the highest selling Russell Westbrook card of all time. Well, guess what? You're freaking looking at it. This is it. 48,000 is the most ever paid on a public platform for a Russell Westbrook card. So I'm going to hit that bell 3 times, tell you guys not to get carried away. And I'm also going to question the sanity of the person that paid $48,000 for that card because it is a really good Russell Westbrook card. But what happens? I wonder if it's ever sold. I mean, dude, it's sold before. Other card that looks like it. These are logo men without the auto. Let me put auto in here. Let me type in logo man. Yeah, this is. I don't know, that's non-auto, logo man to 49, no. So this is the only one of these that's ever sold, but guys, 48,000, I guess congrats to one really passionate Russell Westbrook collector out there. Let me know what you think in the comments about Russell Westbrook winning the auction by $20,000 over a LeBron James card that shattered an all-time LeBron James record. How crazy was this auction? And then we've just got these 2 shooting guards just on the sidelines, just wishing that they were LeBron or Russell Westbrook, right? It's only Michael Jeffrey Jordan and Kobe Bean Bryant, the Black Mamba. So what a great auction this was. Guys, just going back and revisiting our top 10, it's shockingly enough, Westbrook, LeBron, Jordan, Kobe, Doncic, LeBron again, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander will not be denied. Vince Carter, love it, sneaking into the 90s. I love seeing the Vince Carters, the Ray Allens, the Tim Duncans, the Barkleys, the Olajuwons, the Ewings, the, go down the list, the Anthony Hardaways, etc. The non-Kobe, Shaq, Jordan stuff selling from the 90s for all-time records is awesome to see. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Kevin Durant, LeBron James, and then 10th, we got this little assassin right here, Steph Curry, who put the Rockets to bed last night. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, Houston fans. That's it, guys. Weekly auction number 172. It ended last night on May 4th, and those were your results. If you guys have an idea of how I can be better at my job, I'm doing this for you guys. I'm doing it for the money. Let's just be very clear. I wouldn't be doing this for free anymore. At first, I started doing it for free, but it is nice to get a paycheck because I like to buy cards too with you guys, and I like to do mail days, which some of you guys may have noticed every Saturday. But if you're looking to sell your cards on Fanatics, the way that you can support the channel, and I truly do appreciate all you have chosen to do so, and the kind messages that you guys send is by using the promo code Cajun, all capital letters, CAJUN. When you submit your cards to Fanatics, you could literally put 1,500 cards in a box. You may want to sell 5 of them. You may want to keep 1,495. You can put the promo code in one time and it attaches to every card in your submission and they go to your vault. You can sell these here. You can sell those on the buy it now, and you can put this one in your vault and just leave it there forever. The promo code still attaches if indeed you ever do decide to move off that card and sell the card. So if you guys use the Fanatics vault, I really would appreciate it if you'd consider using the promo code Cajun, all capital letters. That's it, guys. I just wanted to put this video out there early Monday morning to get your week off to a great start, and hopefully this did. If I made any mistakes, do me a favor. Let me know very just be gentle with me in the comments and let me know if I made a mistake. I talk really fast and there's a lot of cards to go through. It's only 48 cards, but it's a lot because I want to talk about all of them. I just can't. And so no offense intended. If I mentioned your card might have been a surprisingly high sale or surprisingly low sale or anything like that. Hopefully we can all stay friends and you guys can be positive in the comments and help me get better at my job so I can bring you these videos every single Monday morning. Thank you guys for watching. Hit the like button. Don't forget that. It actually does help me. Thank you for watching. watching to the end, by the way, if you're watching still. Keep collecting, stay positive in the hobby. And peace.